Let's talk about Mecha Break. Mecha Break's an upcoming 6v6 shooter with a twist. There's mechs involved. I'm really just going to be giving my opinions on the game, how it plays to me, what to expect at launch since there is no release date yet, even after the closed beta has ended on the 13th, as well as everything I could find about the developers of the game. So with that being said, let's go right in. Character creation is your run-of-the-mill. I'm able to customize eyebrows, chest, arms, hairstyles, stuff like that. You'll find that there's a lot of selections. There's a lot of variety involved with this. Very surprising coming from a game like this as well. Wasn't expecting a lot of character creation. But there was also one thing I wasn't expecting the game to have, and that was physics on your character. And if you're watching the video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But it didn't take me long to figure out what kind of character that I wanted to make. Like at all. Anyway, so after I made my character, you go through a little bit of a tutorial session, and as far as tutorials go, not long at all, not short at all, just enough to get you familiar with the movement. It doesn't take long for you to actually understand what type of game you're playing either, because the tutorial does a great job of saying, holy shit, we're trying to be over the top. And that's exactly what it does. Right off the bat, you're already fighting in space. So you know what type of game you're getting yourself into. This game knows its audience, it knows who it wants to draw in, and you kind of have to respect that at a certain point. The moment you're done with the tutorial, it sends you straight to the main menu, and then you're gonna notice one thing, and that's, damn, there are a lot of options here. We got options. The options being a ton of mobile suits or mechs, whatever you want to call them, and they are extremely diverse. Just to give you a little bit of an understanding on just how diverse some of these mechs can be, I'm going to introduce Tricera. And Tricera has left and right shoulder mounted miniguns, as well as 2 miniguns on each of her hands. And she is completely able to turn herself into a stationary turret with shields on all sides. That's just one of the mechs, on and on. If need be, I can make another video explaining those guys as well, but there are so many mechs in the game. Just check this cutscene that plays anytime you buy a mech that you do not own. How's it going, name? So after playing a little bit of Mecha Break, I had a lot of questions. I wanted to know exactly who Amazing Seasun Games were. These are the devs. It didn't take me long to find out that there's not too much that they've created. They've only created one other game before this, and that's the only one I could really find. And I was very curious on exactly what kind of game this was, because this game is super detailed. There's a lot of detail involved. So they had to have a great background, right? And you'd be kind of right, in a way, though. It depends on how you look at it. The only game I could really find by Amazing Seasun Games was Snowbreak Containment Zone. And per Steam, this game is a 3D waifu sci-fi RPG shooter. That's a mouthful right there. That's a mouthful. Looking at all the screenshots, looking at the videos, and I'm like, yeah, this is definitely not what I expect at all from the devs of this game. And I'm not even sure how they came up with the premise for a mecha shooter, 6v6 at that. You know, and then you scroll down and you look at the reviews, and then you just say, yeah, this is just about what I expect out of an anime 3D waifu sci-fi RPG shooter. Mecha Break turned out to be one of those games where either you're gonna hate it or love it. Me, I ended up kind of liking it a lot. The movement, the diversity in all the mobile suits, the team-based play. There's so much in this game that can actually be good. It has so much potential, and I would really love to see where it goes. We don't have a release date as of yet, but there was so much that I did in that short time that the beta was out. See, I got into it a little late. Got into it, I think it was 3 or 4 days before the second part started, second beta, which started later. And just, it was such a fun experience that I had with the game in that short amount of time that it's a rare occurrence for me. This video isn't necessarily a review on Mecha Break. If anything, it might be a little bit of a preview. The beta, it was very good. It made me want to play more of the game. I can't wait till it comes out. personally. And how would you know if Mecha Break is for you? Well, you just gotta think about a couple things. 6v6 shooter means it's a team-based game. There are healers, there are tanks, and there are DPS characters. Everyone's capable of doing everything, but if you're okay with that dynamic and you are a fan of mechs, I think you guys are gonna feel right at home.